Hello, air signs. If you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. My name is Steph. I'm so glad and grateful you're here. We're going to utilize one of my oldest sets of scrolls, one of the OGs, to see what shapes and symbols may stand out and speak to our psyche and psychic senses. We'll add on Tarot and Oracle, and where Mr. Ghost Gift is here kicking, we have Ghost Tube for any audio additions from the afterlife that may further add to our aura adventures. All the links are below. I have no affiliation, but just enjoy it. So, thank you so much. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. We're going to start off with Gemini. So Gems, when you are ready. Gems, I've already got your scroll chosen out when I was preparing. You know the drill. If you see, sense, or feel any shapes or symbols stand out, please feel well to comment below. Drop an emoji. Any interactions with the channel is appreciated. I'm going to grab you a talisman card. I'm literally seeing the two faces, Gems.
Flame.
Almost like a, how do you say, conjoined twins? Conjoined twins. There's ants working up there. Concealment. Yeah, what are you working on, Gems? You might be working on something you're not quite telling. It's like you're only telling your mind and your heart, you know, or your body and your soul, or something along that lines. Keeping it left and right brain, keeping it on the down low as you're working high. That's what this feels like. It's like I'm drilling down in this oil rig, and whatever comes out, I don't think you're just telling anyone yet. At least that's how I'm feeling, because I feel like in these two right here, it's like I'm up, tap, tap, tap. It's not malicious secret keeping. It is, what is that? Discernment and divulging. Discernment and divulging. I don't know if there's somebody around you or an energy that just feels a little like a joker. And sometimes, Gems, it feels like they do a dance or put something on for you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yep. Can you hear us? Hopefully you can hear that okay. I'm not sure what the volume. I don't know if it's a distraction, but to get you talking, because there's a curiosity around you. I am kind-hearted is coming out. Card 18. You are both open-minded and open-hearted, and your ambition is to leave this world better than you found it. Ensure that your goals are aligned with the collective need and with the highest good of all. Open-minded and open-hearted. The heart and the mind. These two faces. I love it. Gems. Okay, it's changing on me. I am seeing a face down here. For some, Gems, you might be feeling a little weary or worn. What's that? Worse for wear? Worse for wear? But I'm seeing in this hair, all of this, it's like having spiritual dandruff, if that makes sense. I'm so apologize if that's gross, but that's the way I'm seeing it. It's releasing old skin cells from the scalp because it's specifically something in the crown. Because even when I'm here, it's in the crown. When I'm in these heads, like two heads are better than one, the two parts of you, this work is still like this oil rigging contraption is again in the crown.
I love you.
I love you as well. Sorry, give me one moment, Gems. Okay, I think that's better. I just realized I was like so low in my little circle. Keeping it on the down low. That was fun. Okay. And magic card for, I can't remember the name of this deck, I apologize, is Straight Up the Sun. Card 20, the golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune.
Judy.
And it's like you know, it's kind of like being Keanu Reeves in whatever
School.
relation you might be. Almost, okay, as soon as you said school, but I heard Sunday school. Something about Sunday. Maybe you're building something, some sort of, it even could be a book, but something that has the air of like text, but I think it's like being channeled in. And there's this consistent alignment. It's like editing. Sorry, on the side note, it's like being a really kind, or at least depicted, because I guess we never really know with actors being professional
Stop
pretenders.
recording.
You never know. Anyway, but the way Keanu Reeves seems to be depicted, and maybe legitimately, I have no idea, he's very kind. He's a very kind, famous person, presentedly. But again, actors are professional pretenders, so I never, grain of salt type thing, grain of salt. Anywho, okay. Gems. Let's start adding on some oracle cards in the shaman's palm configuration. I hope you guys are doing well. See, even in like your read, I suddenly feel like everything's a little maybe worse for wear or weary. Because there's a lot of information coming in, and I feel like I need to not edit it, but I am deciding where to. Some things let some things fall where they may. Cave of Ice for gems. Geminis. High Priestess of Air. Yeah, see, this is a lot of mind stuff. Well, and I guess that's very fitting here, being in the air sign energy. You have behind it rigid and invisible in the reverse. So if any of you have been feeling invisible, maybe because you've been concealing yourself, hiding, hermitizing for a little bit, I feel like you're going to be coming out of that,
Jennifer.
out of your ice. And it's almost like however you have built like ice blocks to protect someone or something of yourself, this idea, your kind heart, your busy mind, you're starting to like break or like pick away the ice cubes, because I'm seeing these blocks as ice cubes. And instead of, this is interesting, instead of like, if you were to imagine it was like rocks or something, and you would just maybe toss them aside or maybe build another structure where they could fit. I'm seeing them as the ice cubes, because as you're like plucking them out, they go into like drinks and they cool water. Cave of Winds. Deceit. Yeah, see, because I feel like there's either someone or something around you, that joker. If it's not you concealing or keeping to yourself, like, and that's what I mean. It's like just keeping to myself is the one rabbit hole I want to wander down. I'm just keeping to myself. But it's time, if you've been feeling invisible or have been there long enough, you know it's time to come on out and get some fresh air. But another rabbit hole is, gems.
Sacrifice.
There might be like a tu brute, that jokester energy, somebody or an energy around you. That just feels a little shifty shoe. So, like I said, they might dance around. You can't pin them down, or whatever the case is. Like if in the air signs, if you're like all up in your head, somebody might be like a fire dancer where they're like dancing on fire and they can't stop because it's like tss, 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 tss. Ooh, ouch, 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 on the rays of the sun. And there's also something about sunscreen in here. I don't know how to apply it, but it comes into the concealment part of it. Okay. I'm going to keep going. Sorry, gems. Cave of Hearth Fires. Obedience. But if you know me, I'm going to read the artistry first. See, yeah, because you're doing something. You're able to do something almost blindfolded. There's that sun. Piece by piece, putting something together. It's like taking all of these ice cube blocks, and you create this mosaic. A mosaic moon. And there's the foundation. Like there's one solid footing is all you need. But it's almost like, I don't know if again, whether this is opposing parts of oneself or concepts, whatever the case may be, or an externalized energy, which is, you know, reflective of, because they're fire and I'm seeing it as like water. But there's something about the thoughts of it, like I'm thinking
I come and go.
that this fire can melt my ice cube that I'm standing on, but they can't. And I think that frustrates them. Your kind heart, and maybe sometimes you feel like that gets taken advantage of. And in your cave of rivers of how you're feeling is the high priestess of fire. So maybe this, okay, your kind heart is very passionate like the sun. Like it extends out. And it utilizes the air of your sign for that. It's the way I'm hearing that. But then you got lots of water in here. Not a whole lot of earth. But that's okay. Because I'm in this higher self realm. I understand that I, being a guest in the Gemini reading, am the embodiment of earth. So I don't need to go looking for earth. I am the earth. See, it's almost like when I was talking about these two faces, so, you know, I don't know if there's something like a face off of energies, but I feel like you're able to walk away from it, and you're becoming concealed from any deceit. And then in your cave of earth is the fragments, the fragment ghost.
Agreed.
This is okay, sorry. This is your priestess of air. Going through this, whatever this is, this fire. Maybe it's initiation of fire. Maybe working with the fire element. And this spirit is your spirit. It is a piece of you. It is the human, the heart, the higher self. Apply all the words. This is you, and there's literally in the cave of earth, here's all the earth. You are walking air. You are walking air. I don't mean to be like ungrounded, but I feel very like I can move around like a ghost. Almost concealed and unseen. Gems, your final card to close out here is Voices. With a tug at the gut, feel them romance your very breath. Listen to the gentle flickering within your eyes, for this is where they guide. Interesting. And if you look at this card, see how like the wind is like a ribbon. And I feel like you might be putting certain concepts, people, places, or things together. This could even be the ancestors of the voices of your ancestors or friends. And maybe that's the question. Can they help you? Because you might be in your mind a lot. That's why you're hermetizing, coming out of hermetizing to look for your trusted confidants where you don't have to conceal. And appreciate and understand the power of your kind heart because it's filled with sun. And for any sort of deceitful demons and divinity, they get burned by that. And it's like not even the walk of shame, it's the walk of fire. So this is all very high up, and it's coming into, or it's some sort of initiate kind of feel. Gems, I'm going to leave this here. I hope this did serve, inspire, educate, or entertain. If you want to stick around for Libra, you're welcome to for the next one. Otherwise, I will see you again soon. Gratitude galore. Bye. Hi, Libras. Thank you so much. If you want to come on in, scooch up a chair. Your scroll is ready. Here is your scroll. You know the drill. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below or keep to oneself. But I do appreciate any sort of interactions with the channel. You can see my ceiling fan in there. Now it's driving me crazy. Like, you know, when you see something, can't unsee it. So it looks like there's a woman in spirit. Seeing the face here. She looks a little sad. Maybe she was, or remembered sad. There's a hippopotamus. She might have been heavier set. I'm not saying that because of the hippopotamus. I'm literally seeing her as heavier set. And there's something about a hippo in her demeanor, like just kind of keeping to oneself, but at the same time, I feel like very scary when upset. I'm also seeing grapes. Libras, I'm seeing grapes to be eaten, but I'm also seeing mice. This woman is tough, like very clear part. I feel like she's from like a different age. Okay, so eternal charisma and passion. Don't worry that it's upside down. Maybe you're not feeling passionate right now. Maybe this is an energy you're feeling, like just kind of a little bit frowny, but I am seeing it also as a Hershey's kiss. These are your talisman cards.
What do you mean?
Okay, so when I look up here, so there are some pigs or hogs. This is a masculine energy. This feels like feminine energy. This almost feels like a school teacher or I don't know what their name is, but like somebody who, like maybe like someone's a nanny. Anyway, I'm seeing this is feminine. This is masculine.
Her.
And you know, like back in the day when I don't know, people still do it, so don't get me wrong. But if you, as kids, and then your mom and your dad would like pick you up by the back of your shirt and then just carry you, like just no messing around. This is a no muss, no fuss kind of feel, Libras. And I feel like I'm putting a stop to something. Yeah, okay. There's a house up here. For some of you, it might be finding an environment that is part of your passion, or you can build into your passion. I don't know if company's coming over or companies leaving. Somebody might have lived in a haunted house and it's no longer haunted. If it is still haunted, it is you. But I'm putting a stop to something very, very large. I'm going to call them blue jays. 19. I am a pioneer. Independence and self-sufficiency are necessities to you. You are extremely capable in life and in work, and aren't afraid to take big risks to achieve the life you desire. Maybe this is the passion, the eternal charisma, dipping into like the eternal pool of youth or something like that. Maybe your kids have left the nest. Maybe for some of you, you've had people pass, partners, spouses, people very, very important to you that have left. And, you know, you're here with I Scry with Steph, so we get the haunted heart feeling, right? The human experience is very haunting, but haunting is also so beautiful to have that air of love, the fragrance of it and the frequency. But there's something in the self-sufficiency and necessities, like the house, this, that, or the other, and you might even like picking up the kids and moving. Maybe you are picking up your inner child and moving on. Maybe you're picking up that passion by the scruff of not the neck, scruff of the shirt on the back, and you're saying, we are going to go and have some fun, or find a passion and enjoy the journey of finding a passion, reigniting a passion. Because I feel like you're this very much so balance in this masculine, feminine, justice kind of energy, Libra. But at the same time, I feel like, where's the fun in it? Where's the fun? Like, I go and feed the birds. Go and feed the birds. Your magic card is Insight, card 34 or 7. Opens the third eye to strengthen the intuition. Interesting. So you might be pioneering a new way of finding intuitively and intellectually.
What is happening?
Something that can Because like now I'm seeing those pigs happy, like, you know, happier than a pig in poop. And it's like to feel that happy again. Why do I want to say again? Why do I feel like I'm not happy again? Because I feel like, I'm going to say y'all, which is weird. Because I feel like y'all carry
Where are you?
the energy of the equilibrium very personally sometimes, and that can feel, it's like carrying buckets of water, and after a while even 3 pounds of water is exhausting. And every so often I feel like I want to say, like, you know, if you can imagine the stick with the water, it's like put it down, rest, go play, go frolic, have fun frolicking, and it's, you can return back to it, because another Librarian energy is picking up that slack. And I don't want to use that term, but that's how I feel. I feel if I have guilt in going and doing something. So from a Libra space of the sign's energy, it's okay when you put it down for a few minutes, because another Libra, it's always in motion. Not one has to carry it all themselves. Maybe this is indicative of your family dynamic or your dorm dynamic, or changing,
Spirit,
retiring, this, that, or the other, of constantly keeping things equalized, which in some ways could be neutralized, if that makes sense. Sorry, this is awkward. Your Cave of Ice card dropped. All right, let's go. And you have here love in your Cave of Ice. See, love. Got love for love. Eternal charisma. Seeing a flower open up. Finding the passion from within. And I think it has something to do with the masculine energy as well. It's how I'm feeling. And then but it's like the giving and the receiving from these aspects of at least the energy that I'm feeling. Libras. Cave of Winds. See, even there's like justice and the balance of it all, and hold the sword, and, you know, pat your head, rub your belly.
Where are you?
Do it all at one time. Stand on one foot. It's like playing Twister that just never seems to end. It's like, I don't have enough limbs for this. Time, stop. And I clean my house. There's a conversation on top of my roof as well. And this, which is interesting, because coming up now in your Cave of Hearthfires is your priestess of spirit. So there might even be, like, again, I don't know, and I heard the ghost tube say spirit somewhere along the ways. If you're hearing spirits on top of your roof, or just outside, or you've done a good cleansing spiritually, cleansing physically, and you're washing your walls, and you've got cinnamon water on the floors, and just everybody out. And I feel like those that are in alignment with whatever it is that you're doing, it's like, I'm no longer this one-man band.
Give it back.
You're taking back something, a personal passion, and almost like re-pioneering something about it. Cave of Rivers. It's your oath. So I want to note here, in your winds, you have obedience, and in your rivers, you have oath, masculine and feminine, received. Because what you dedicate yourself to, Libras,
It smells.
you dedicate it to. But if you sniff anything funny, it's like you can't even hide it. You know what I mean? As if you're like, I don't know, when you just smell something, you're like, or at least me, I'm very animated, but I'm like, or you know, whether it's pleasant or pungent, to your chemistry or your clairability, that's what it's feeling like. Yeah, I've made an oath to something, and I feel like it's my state of oneness, or my oversoul, somewhere where I know it's coming from, between my two energies. And then the way I interact, whether you're male or female expressed,
Have we met?
when I'm interacting with other males, females, and how they are expressed. and that fluidity of the conversation. Yeah, it feels beautiful. Okay, Cave of Earth. For the, oh, okay. You have the moon. This is all very into it. Into it. I don't know that you always remember your insight. At least that's how I'm feeling. I feel like I don't always remember it. As a guest in the Libra aura, sometimes I feel like I am reminded. And if I don't listen and repeat
Donate.
and just continuously be obedient, not because I can't do these things. Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when I was in the corporate world, and it's like the more you can do, the more tasks you can take on. It's like a performance punishment, where at some point in time it feels like, yeah, I can do more, and there's an excelling, and then at some point in time it's like, I feel like because I can perform well or put my all into it, I will learn, do things at home, do your dry runs, whatever the case is. The reality of your efforts for the job or task isn't understood because a lot of it's been behind the scenes in a personal way. Maybe that's part of your passion, but I'm just saying, like, on the other side, I feel like there's been performance punishment. It's like, okay, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Integrity I get. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm speaking to. Because there's definitely a lot of that here. Because you are a trusted... It's almost like if you were a CEO, or you don't have to be a CEO. Greetings. You could be anybody, and you have an assistant. And you're good at doing a lot of multitasking, a lot of different things, being confidential and a confidant. And sometimes you never maybe you feel underappreciated. Yeah. There's something haunty going on up and over here, like on my shoulders. There's another thing of like where I'm sitting on a chair, or there's somebody sitting on a chair, or I'm hearing pull up a chair, and this energy here feels like a guardian of some sort. Whether you're the guardian or the guardian spirit comes to you, to your home when called. Like a cat call. Your last card here is frog, if that symbol means anything to you. May the lily beneath your breast allow you to drink from its healing waters. Be still, for there is serenity behind the drowning croaks. Was it? Oh, sorry. When I'm here too long, sometimes liminally, I can't remember linearly much. It's fleeted, so maybe it's okay. For some, it's like being in having three different jobs or careers specifically, or three marriages, 3 children. 3 seems to be a big deal. And then with the frog, for me, it's coming into...
Are you a friend?
Like, well, she comes in, and it's like, is this frog a princess, or is it a frog? And that's not to poo-poo, like, oh, you're just a frog. But it's... I think it was Was it gems? Where I'm like, there's a slight weird, like jokester kind of energy. And I'm like, discernment. Anyway, discernment. Because you have a lot more spirit coming in, and I think you, in and of yourself, frog is like a luck charm. I don't know if that's true, but that's the way I'm seeing it. And you can turn things into, like that frog, by the kiss of your passion, or the sentiment of you, of your insight, is that kiss, like the kiss on the third eye with the 3 as well. And it illuminates something. I think it illuminates anything that you might be obedient to that you're no longer aligning with. Or it's not even not aligning with, if I'm being honest. It feels like I've taken on too much, or I carry too much water. for the world.
4.
And now we go to the 4. Libras, I'm going to leave this here. I hope this did serve, inspire, educate, or entertain. And I want to thank you so much for sitting and scrying with me in our surreal and spooky space. I'm so grateful. And until next time, we'll do your big old ink blot. And until then, bye. So much love. Aquarius, thank you so much. If you want to scooch up your chair, I'm just going to grab your scroll while we're having a little face-to-face
Run
time.
now.
God, please don't run away. Please don't run away. All right, when you are ready, Aquarius, here is your scroll that'll set the stage in the center of our shaman's palm, but we are using like witchy cards. You know the drill. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below or keep to oneself, but any interactions with the channel is appreciated. Aquas, yeah, okay, that makes sense, thank you. Successful career, happy working environment, pay raises and promotions. So what I was getting the sensation of is like moving on up. Moving on up. I also feel there's some sort of a, I don't know how to say what it is that I'm seeing. Okay, so that's the way I'll say it. It's as though a new lava lamp is being born or living. Like a test tube, something's gone through the test tube stages.
Help me.
We're so here to help you. We're here with the Aquarius Collective. If you're welcome to chime in and we will help. 8 is standing out, happy working environment. And maybe this is what's rising up because I feel like I'm measuring something. So I'm on the top of land here, and this is a well. I feel like you have made a choice quite recently, like here in this lifetime. You notice, Aquas, when wells run dry. And maybe even in and of yourself. And maybe like, you know what, it's time to move on to new mountains to climb, new sights to see, new jobs, careers. Really, they're all experiences. So that's how I'm feeling. But I'm seeing this. Okay, like what are, I think it's from like the 80s. It's not the thigh monster. But it's like got the spring in it. And you can like stretch. That's how I'm seeing it. And then you can also do it this way.
Buried.
Like you're very skilled. You're very skilled. Is there something buried at the bottom of the well? Let's find you a talisman card. Elixir of life. I think this is that well. Do you know what it makes me feel like? It makes me feel as though, Aquas, you know when sometimes you have to drain a well or, you know, like for here in the winter time, for your outdoor hose, you have to drain it out and all that kind of good stuff. To see the bottom of something, get to the bottom of something, see the bottom of something, because down there is this little vial. I don't know that it's actually so little, and I'm wondering if it is this elixir. Like you find something in that. I also, excuse me, with this elixir of life, because I am down here and I can see like an energy of a body, so human, I'm assuming, and this light is starting to peer open. My arms are out and I'm starting to, I think I've made a directional change, and now it's like opening up. At least that's how it's feeling for me. We'll get you an angel card number as well, Aquas. 7. And then I'm also seeing this as like I want to scrape the sides of it, like plumbing, or calcium buildup, something along that lines. Maybe you're looking at bone health, vitamins, something that cleans like arteries. You know, I don't know if it's dandelion tea. I have no idea. But there's something that I'm also growing or doing or taking in the earthly experience that is helping clear the test tubes of something.
Doll.
So you have here 18, I am kind-hearted. Somebody else had this as well. Possibly Gems. You are both open-minded and open-hearted, and your ambition is to leave this world better than you found it. Ensure that your goals are aligned with the collective need and with the highest good of all. Open-minded and open-hearted, it's like having to open up the taps on both ends to clear it out. You're leaving this test tube of life, this experience of sorts that maybe you're having better than you found it. It's like getting your, so funny how like things come through. I love it. Getting your ducts cleaned or something because you're selling your house and you want to leave it in, to the best of your ability, the best condition for the next person, the next experience to happen. So you would like do things. There's also something about I'm seeing a plunger in a sink. Any sort of, debris or hairs or anything along these lines. Because whatever it is, Aquas, that you are literally aligning with. But I want to note it's also active and passive points. Something's being measured. I don't know if it's you, like your kindness is being measured, your success, the way you measure happy working environments, raises, getting a raise, promotions, even if it's a lateral move in the typical linear world, but for you, the experience is the point.
Where am I?
You're like, I want to move to this position because I want the experience, because that means more to me than just hop, skipping, and jumping to titles. Maybe, but you know what I'm saying. And then you also have here stable that came through with number 4. You bring stability and rationality to any situation. You are the rock, and your hard work and perseverance make you a dependable friend, partner, and colleague. And I think this is why you're just so darn successful, because you are dependable. You're kind-hearted and dependable. And you're on the rise. Because you're moving on up. All right, let's move into your caves. I hope you guys are doing well, Aquas. I'm so grateful if you've decided to like, share, and subscribe, or join the secret society, become a member. We have 2 clears now rolling, rocking and rolling. Interesting. All right, so in your cave of ice is beauty.
I'm hiding.
Are you hiding your beauty? Your elixir. I don't know. I kind of feel like, like in a video game when you would find like these little things that like boost your, whatever the skill set is or the health. This is a boost. You're getting a boost at the bottom of this well. And just like when we were at the bottom of the well and this vial, this elixir, this something or other, but it's like, because this is symbolic of so many things. And your beauty is one of them. I think I have this whole deck upside down. In your cave of winds, you're super intuitive. It's almost like you are walking, talking divining rods. Like I said, it doesn't matter if something's lateral or X marks the spot. You might have an idea of a map of where you're going, and that X marks the spot, or where you would like to go. But the way you maneuver on the map isn't this straight line. It's exploratory, and it feels very, very, very beautiful in the way that your intuition is.
How did you get here?
Navigating the earthly existence experience, Aquas. I'm going to absolutely say that. Taking care of not only your physical health, maybe you're
Gemini.
doing a cleanse or maybe something or other. I'm not sure. Maybe you're even cleansing your career and you're like, this well is run dry. I am moving on to different experiences. But you're always stable and you're always loyal. And this is in your cave of hearth fires. This is where you are loyal to your heart, because you are open heart and open mind. Stevie Ray. You have an intuitive mark on you. Maybe you have an intuitive career or a singing career or something along that lines. And in your cave of rivers of how you're feeling is maybe you're not feeling confident or you're gaining confidence. But again, it kind of makes it even feel like in that space of, even if you take a job or a position and it's lateral, it doesn't matter that it's lateral. It's new tasks. It's things that get your mind outside of the box and yet builds the box better. I don't even think that made sense, but hopefully you understand what it is. I want to note here with I am stable. I'm seeing the word stable and this horse, the stable. Like, where do you put your freedom sometimes, or whatever a horse might mean to you? I don't know, but I'm kind of getting the feeling of when other movies or characters depict being on their horse, it is like that's when they feel the freest. When you're a kid and you get a bicycle and you get your first set of wheels and you're free. And then where do you put your bike when you get home? Or your car? Your horse? You feel confident there. And I'm feeling, Aqua's, either you already are able to bring that beauty of that confidence into whatever work that you're doing. Personal, professional, corporate, creative, romantic, platonic, all the yada yadas. All the channels that we decide to create in. Or are you trying something new or adding in a little, it's like trying a new spice and you're like, I'm going to play with this and see if I can gain some confidence in it. Or do you feel like an imbecile? I don't know. Cave of Earth.
Annoying.
Okay. Sorry if I'm annoying, but you can be too, so it's all good. So we have here Cave of Earth is oath, and behind it is forbidden. If those cards or imagery stand out to you, along with the numbers at all. There might be something that I don't. Is there a door at the bottom of this well? Is this a door and a keyhole? Is this a door and a keyhole? It's like I can access this from a different space. Now I feel like I'm in a little bit of Alice in Wonderland, where I can fall down the rabbit hole, but then it turns me around and I land upside right. And I feel like you have access to something here on Earth. In the earthly experience, like, again, this confidentiality, this intuitive, your loyal, I want to say your loyal highness. I don't know what the male masculine version of that. Your honor and your highness. There we go. Some of you might have been roadies or are roadies for bands. Music sets you free. Music sets you free and reminds you of the beauty. You also might receive messages from music, intuitive hits. You might also hear something about your career. That's going to take you somewhere else. Now, it doesn't have to be a physical place. Maybe it's a different platform. Maybe it's a different way, a different camera. I don't know. Pick anything. What was forbidden, you have access to, because there's something that you are protecting in this space. This is a very liminal space as well. If I turn it sideways, like this liminal hallway. And sometimes you might feel
Madison.
Sorry, that's weird. I don't know, Aquas, if sometimes you have felt, it's like being in a tunnel, driving through a tunnel or walking, and your headlights go out, or it's only one way, so you trust somebody else has their headlights on to let you know if they're coming, if it's safe for you to proceed through this tunnel. That's only enough for one car. So you have to trust everyone has There are
Please
things in
leave.
place so that when you had lights on, go through the tunnel, somebody else will wait because you've put your lights on, your illumination on, your signal. I am here. I am here. And vice versa. And there's no ability to kind of get in each other's way, or even if this is a mindset or energetic understanding, because it's one at a time. Yeah, it's
Love.
one at a time. Maybe it has to do with love. I'm not sure. Okay. So interestingly enough, because your last card coming out here is rebirth. There's death in all that awakens, for isn't it blissful nor painless? It's a mighty rising, O flame resurrected. O flame resurrected. There are people here. I'm going to slide this in, and it's like, this is how high your fire is. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to have an oath that is, or an understanding that's like part of the forbidden knowledge, whatever that might mean to you, or the forbidden fruit. And whatever cleansing of the pipes, of the arteries, I don't know, all those things, the key.
Listen.
This is what it's been about for this reemergence, and to accept. You create the happiness in your working environments, asking for raises, asking, and especially, if anyone else is here on YouTube, asking for donations, asking to like, share, subscribe, promoting, saying, please help promote me. I'm not saying it like a pity thing. That's not, but it's good old fashioned word of mouth. It's good old fashioned allowing that to happen freely versus putting pressure on anyone. It's like, hey, we really appreciate it if you help out, because if you're here and you watch it and you got something out of it, even if it was a smile or a cringe, can you acknowledge that? It's very helpful. But regardless, it's even like remove the outside of it to have a certain amount of forbidden,
Whiskey.
fiery flame of understanding within, and sharing that. Every pioneer, and you might want to watch Libras, possibly, every pioneer goes through that. It's not popular. It's not popular when you're pioneering, especially when it can be easily misunderstood or not proven in the tactical way that's familiar. I feel like I've gone off on a tangent here, Aquas, but nonetheless, because whatever it is, your rebirth inspired that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, your rebirth even inspired for me to like just think about it. And that's awesome.
Lord.
You're awesome. Lord have mercy. All right. I'm going to let you go. I'm so grateful for you. I will see you next month for your full ink blot in the book. And until then, I hope you do enjoy, and I'll see you again soon.